Ole do it. Ole do it. Blessings, faith, and favor. Where's my glasses at, child? Okay, I'm back, y'all, and blessings, faith, and favor to you. Welcome to Spirit You, y'all. Welcome to Spirit You. I am your professor in spirit, Touche Germaine. I hope y'all are doing well. I hope you're feeling good. Happy Monday, y'all. Happy Monday. If you are new to Spirit You, welcome. We are so happy and so grateful that you are here. And if you is an OG in this thing, come in. Y'all know what to do. Ski booski. Like, share the love. Hashtag royalty in the chat, because y'all know we heirs in this thing. We are heirs in this thing, y'all. I'm an hour early, about, come on, not 9:13. Child, look, that number is not playing the radio, is it? That number is not playing the radio. Y'all, it's kind of an interesting message that the Lord gave me this morning. So we're gonna all do it. Let's get to it. But we are also in the book of Genesis 13. We're gonna start today. The Lord, it's kind of been an interesting morning, y'all. Interesting conversation with the Lord this morning. Y'all know, let's get oiled up. Let's get oiled up. If you don't, you can get your It's Giving God Blessing and Anointing oil on my website, touchegermaine.com. Look, it's been one of them kind of mornings. Oh, let's do it. Let's pray. Heavenly Father, give us the strength, the wisdom, the courage, the knowledge, the insight, and the understanding to do the things you put us here to do. Help us, Lord God, to lead, guide, and serve in a way that pleases you. Father, bless, protect, and shield me, my family, my children, my community, and their families from all negativity, negative energy, low vibrational energy sent intentionally or unintentionally from those known and unknown. Remove me, Lord, and allow me to be a clear and open channel, vessel, and messenger of love, light, and healing energy for all who would receive it today. Put me in the divine flow. Put me in divine alignment with truth, clarity, wisdom, guidance, insight, knowledge, and understanding from the Most High God. Open our hearts, our eyes, our ears, and our minds to the truth, clarity, wisdom, and guidance of our Father God who art in heaven. May I only speak the words to God's people that elevate, empower, uplift, and encourage them every day and in every way. And in Jesus' name we pray. And so it is, and so shall it be. Okay. And it is so, and so it is, and so shall it be. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Y'all come in, like, share, love. Drop something in the chat that you're grateful for. Y'all, the Lord gave me, it was kind of an interesting conversation I had with the Lord this morning. Like I said, we're going to start Genesis 13. So of course we're going to read that first, and then we'll go through the notes that I have for that. And then we're going to get a little bit of spirituality and just kind of see what happens. I feel like Mondays, y'all, the feels like the way the Lord is taking me in this direction is that we're going to be doing some mindset stuff on Mondays. Because that's kind of what he gave me this morning. He was kind of talking to me about mindset. I'm studying Matthew 18, and there was just a conversation, child, that I had with the Lord this morning, and it's like he's trying to give us some understanding. So we'll talk more about that when we get to the spirituality. Let's get into Genesis 13. Y'all like the share the love. I hope y'all are doing well. I hope y'all had an amazing weekend. This is going to be a great week. Okay. This is going to be a great week. We believe it. We receive it. It's going to be a great week. And I came on early because I got some things that I got to do today. Great morning, Jay Causey. Great morning. All to do it, let's get to it. So Genesis 13, y'all, this is talking about Abram and Lot. So we know we just got done, basically they just got kicked out of Egypt, right? Pharaoh said, get out, because they lied, and basically it was a kind of a setup. And so y'all got your favorite adult beverage. Let me show y'all. I showed y'all the other day. New flavor on deck. I'm going to have to go back on the gram so I can show y'all. Look, y'all. This the 1, 2, and 3. I'm trying to tell y'all. Shout out to Aldi, because Aldi knows something, y'all. I was intending on doing a different one, but I ended up getting this one. And y'all know this is my caffeine, my dose of caffeine for the day, y'all. Tearing it up. So Abram and Lot, so we know that they've now having to move out of Egypt. They went to Egypt. Abram lied, told Sarai, don't tell them you're my wife, tell them you're my sister. But long story short, they got blessed even coming out of Egypt, right? So now here we are, Abram and Lot. So Abram went up out of Egypt, he and his wife and all that he had, and Lot, his nephew, with him into the Negev, which is the south country of Judah. Now Abram was extremely rich in livestock and in silver and gold. He journeyed on from the Negev as far as Bethel to the place where his tent had been at the beginning between Bethel and Ai, where he had first built an altar, and there Abram called on the name of the Lord in prayer. But Lot, who went with Abram, also had flocks and herds and tents. Now the land was not able to support both of them, that is, to sustain all their grazing and water needs while they lived near one another, for their possessions were too great for them to stay together. Pause. Thank you, Lord. For some of y'all, sometimes the Lord, for some of you, come on, God, for some of you, the Lord is going to be moving you to a new place. It's almost like that some of you, the Lord is getting ready to give you a territory that is your own. And we don't oftentimes think about this because oh yeah, that was part of what y'all was talking about. Man, it's making sense. Drop this in the chat. So, because it's going to make more sense when we get to the spirituality. Now I'm tracking, Lord. I don't be having no understanding until the Lord start revealing stuff as I tap in and we come over here. Tap in, y'all. So listen. For some of you, the Lord is moving you to a place in a space, a territory, a land that is all for you. We don't, because we're not in competition with anybody, right? Because we're not competing to hold space with anyone else. Now I understand why the Lord talked, when me and the Lord were talking about this morning. There is no competition, y'all. You are your only competition. But for some of you, the Lord is getting ready to move you to a place in a space that is yours and yours alone. You may not be thinking about competition, but that doesn't mean that there's not competition for things in the land that you're in. Does this make sense? Some of you, it's like the Lord was talking to me. Come on, God. The Lord was talking to me this morning in prayer about basically being the greatest version of yourself for what you in your own lane. So for some of you, the Lord may be moving you. I hope I'm explaining this right. The Lord may be moving you because He's going to give you a land of your own. It's like being in a place, but if you think about even in just this part with Abram and Lot, the Lord is getting ready. Sometimes the Lord will have you so wealthy that He has to put boundaries in between you and maybe someone else. Or does this make sense? I hope we'll get back to it. But the Lord was talking to me about competition this morning. Good morning, Pam. There's no sound. What you mean? Why not? I don't know. Pam said there's no sound. That's so interesting. Let me hang it up and see, because I don't know why. Hold on. Let me check, y'all. That's so weird. I don't know, y'all. Pam said there's no sound. Okay, so come over on the TikTok side of the street, because I'm not going to. Okay, so I'm over that. So I don't know. There's no sound on that today, and I have no idea why. But anyway. So the Lord was talking to me about competition this morning, and I didn't really understand why he was even talking to me about this. But it's like an understanding also that He's giving y'all that I hope so. I'm gonna try to download it. That sometimes for some of you, what the Lord is calling you to do is to be great in your own lane. And again, y'all, I didn't understand why the Lord was talking about this, but I'm kind of tracking with it now. The Lord may be calling you to be great in your own lane, doing your own thing. Now, part of what He was also talking about is because it's like, for some of us, this is where your mindset is going to have to change. You're going to have to, the Lord is going to try to give you a different understanding of, I want to put this at least on YouTube, y'all, of why you need to, I wonder why that did that. Let me see if I can get it. Hold on, y'all. Let's see. Enter, wait a minute, y'all. I don't know why I don't have any sound. Mind your business. Mind the business that minds you. Hold on, y'all. That's so weird. Create. I'm just going to throw some stuff up here. Let's see. Business. Let's see if it'll do it. I didn't put nothing on there, so I don't know if it's even going to do it, y'all. We going to see. Because I don't want to. Here's the intro. Let's try it. Let's see. I don't know. Weird. Oh my gosh. I got to go look at that. I'm going to have to go look at it. I don't even think. Uranus in Gemini. Somebody let me know if y'all can hear me on this side of the street. I don't know why you wouldn't be able to, but first of all, welcome to Mercury retrograde. Here we go. Ain't today the 14th. Welcome to Mercury retrograde. First and foremost. So I don't know, y'all know how I go when stuff start going crazy, y'all kind of technological stuff and all that kind of stuff. So hey Tracy, so hopefully, I don't know y'all why the volume still no sound over on there, y'all. I have no idea. That is so crazy. Hold on, y'all. That is so weird. That is so weird. That is so weird. I'm not gonna spend a whole lot of time on it, but I don't know, y'all. I don't know. Let me know if you can hear it over on that side. I don't know why there's no volume over there, because nothing is any different. None of my settings are any different, so I don't know, y'all. We'll see. Turn on microphone access. No, because I'm not over there. So I don't know, y'all. I'm past it. So look, because I done got distracted. Technical difficulties, day one. Anyway, so many of you, the Lord is telling you to be great in your own lane, doing your own thing. And this is something the Lord was talking to me about this morning. Where some of us, what he's going to be requiring us to do is to work on our mindset, y'all, to work on our mindset, because it's almost like there's some kind of, I don't know if what exactly to call this, but it's something about like a way that the enemy is trying to keep us from being great in the things that the Lord is asking us to do. Some of you, this is going to be a separation that where the Lord is going to put you in a different place, in a different space than other people, because he's creating a lane that is yours, that is just for you, and that is specific to you. I hope that makes sense. That part just came through on that. Okay. And there was strife and quarreling between the herdsmen of Abram's, I remember this, tracking cattle, and the herdsmen of Lot's cattle. Now the Canaanite and the Perizzite were living in the land at that same time, making grazing of the livestock difficult. So Abram said to Lot, "Please let there be no strife and disagreement between you and me, nor between your herdsmen and my herdsmen, because we are relatives. Is not the entire land before you tracking? Please separate yourself from me. If you take the left, then I will go to the right, or if you choose the right, then I will go to the left." So Lot looked and saw that the valley of the Jordan was well watered everywhere. This was before the Lord destroyed Sodom and Gomorrah. It was all like the garden of the Lord, like the land of Egypt, as you go to Zoar at the south end of the Dead Sea. Then Lot chose for himself all the valley of the Jordan, and he traveled east. So they separated from each other. Abram settled in the land of Canaan, and Lot settled in the cities of the valley and camped as far as Sodom and lived there. But the men of Sodom were extremely wicked and sinful against the Lord. They were unashamed in their open sin before him. And the Lord said to Abram after Lot had left him, "Now lift up your eyes and look from the place where you are standing, northward and southward and eastward and westward. For all the land which you see I will give to you and your descendants forever. I will make your descendants as numerous as the dust of the earth, so that if a man could count the grains of dust of the earth, then your descendants could also be counted. Arise, walk, make a thorough reconnaissance around in the land, though it's through its length and its width, for I will give it to you." Then Abram broke camp and moved his tent and came and settled by the grove of the great terebinth, which are oak trees of Mamre. the Amorite, which are in Hebron, and there he built an altar to honor the Lord. Okay, the end. Okay, the end. So I don't know, y'all. I don't know what's going on over there. So all to do it, let's get to it. Many of you, the Lord is creating your own lane for you. Okay, whatever your thing is. And I didn't understand why the Lord was telling me that this morning. The Lord is creating your own lane. He's giving you your thing that you're going to work on and be great in. Drop it in the chat. I'm gonna be great. Okay, he's giving you some business to tend to. So Abram's return out of Egypt, he came himself and brought all his with him to Canaan. Though there may be occasion to go sometimes into places of temptation, yet we must hasten out of them as soon as possible. Pause. Do we understand? I literally was just telling y'all the other day, and y'all know this, I literally just went back to California, which happens to, at different places, has been different things, but it was in Egypt for me for a long time. So sometimes you got to double back, but the Lord may not be sending you there to stay. Y'all know I was in and out, but there was still, as we've been talking about this week, y'all, there was still temptation that I faced while I was in Egypt. So for many of you, remember how strong the Lord has made you, the things that he's delivered you from. So sometimes you got to go back into the face of temptation, but just know that you're strong enough, right? You're strong enough to handle the temptation. And as soon as you can remove yourself from the temptations, you want to make sure that you're doing that, right? His wealth. He was very rich. He was very heavy. Riches are a burden, and those that will be rich do but load themselves with clay. There is a burden in getting them, fear in keeping them, temptation in using them, guilt. Man, I understand it, Lord. Guilt in abusing them, sorrow in losing them, and burden of account to be given up concerning them. Great possessions do but weaken, make man heavy and unwieldy. Y'all, let me just tell y'all, as we talking through this, the conversation that the Lord and I had this morning. So in Matthew 18, so I don't know how y'all read and discuss the Bible, but for me, when I'm reading certain things, reading notes, reading commentaries, just chopping it up with the Lord, I ask questions. And I almost named this questions because I was like, Daddy, some stuff, the math wasn't mathing for me. For some of you, okay, so how do I say that, Lord? So I had this conversation I had with the Lord this morning was really referring to the fact that you have to be careful, y'all, because the enemy will try to keep you from being great by making you feel like you're not supposed to be. Does this make sense? So as I'm doing Bible study this morning, I told the Lord, it's like, I can understand. Now, some people understand this and some people won't. I didn't grow up in the church or reading the Bible or any of that. But in reading the Bible, there are things that I have read. There are things that, commentaries I've read, notes that I've read, studies that I've done that can have you almost confused in some places. And so I asked the Lord, I said, well, Lord, are we not supposed to be great? Like, are we not supposed, because part of what I was reading was talking about ambition and pride. And I said, well, Lord, are we not supposed to be great? And in this part, it was talking about thinking too highly of yourself. And, but I've often told the Lord this in reading different things, and I've shared this with y'all as well. You have to be mindful of how you read certain things in the Bible and make sure that you get clarification, because the enemy will try to keep you from greatness, but God wants us to be great, if that makes sense. Jamila, can you hear me? I hope you can. Let me know if you can hear me on that side of the street. Good morning, dearest one. Because what I have found, y'all, is that many of us don't strive for success. And the Lord was showing this to me in the vein of like a religious spirit. There are many of us who don't strive to be more successful than we are, because it's humble ambition versus prideful ambition. Yes, there are many that don't go further than they are supposed to, because you can read the Bible and think that it's telling you not to strive to be great. And that's not what the Lord is telling us to do. And so I asked the Lord, Lord, make it make sense, because I can understand because you have to understand the difference between humble and pride, like being humble and being prideful, but also understanding that you still have to be proud within yourself, but not proud to the point of trying to place yourself above others. Does that make sense? So this is where the Lord started talking to me about competition, and that we're not in competition with anyone else. So for some of you, what he's wanting you to do is, yes, we're humble before the Lord, and we recognize that who are we in the face of him? But it's about not trying to put yourself above other people, striving to be great in your own lane and whatever the Lord has designed for you to do. So, but what ends up happening is you can read that and think that the Lord doesn't want you to be great. No, God wants us to be great. Good morning, y'all. Good morning, Ms. Good morning, JJ. So please understand the difference. It's the reason why many of us don't go further than what it is that we are. Because I told the Lord, I said, I'm like, Daddy, I feel like this is the reason why people don't accomplish more than what they do, because you can feel like, oh, well, I got to stay humble. And I told the Lord this, I say, Daddy, and this is also another part that came up, was talking about denying yourself, right? True story. And this, me and God talking about this. I say, well, Daddy, hold on. I say, because you didn't bless some folks. You have blessed some people, and they're very humble, but they weren't denying themselves life. Does this make sense to somebody? There are some people who have dedicated their lives, and I've dedicated my life to serving the Lord, but that doesn't mean that the Lord does not want us to enjoy our life. Does this make sense? So I told the Lord that. I was like, Daddy, I said, this is why you have to have these conversations with God, because you can be so humble or so devout that you literally spend your life not enjoying it. And that's not what God put us here to do. And so in the vein of that, y'all, many of us, because it also this is a lot, but I'm going to try to explain the way the Lord and I talked about it this morning. You can be trying to live so much for God that life passes you by. And what he's trying to encourage us to do is not allow that to happen. You can be in service to God, but that doesn't mean that you can't enjoy your life. You can't have fun. There are people that God has blessed exceedingly and abundantly that are not denying themselves pleasures, the things that they want in life. I heard something yesterday, and I like random stuff, like, you'll hear something and I'll just respond out loud, because I know there are those of y'all who can hear me in the spirit. I hear some of the stuff that y'all saying, but sometimes I'll be like, man, y'all's life must suck. Like, not trying to be funny, but if you deny yourself everything, then what was the purpose of God putting us here? And so that's kind of and part of this happened as I was getting ready this morning, because I was just like, like putting my makeup on and got to move around a little bit. And I was talking to someone the other day, and I realized like how much I've denied myself so much that it's almost like you lose yourself in that. Does that make sense? Yes, Cynthia, like, y'all, we still can serve God and have a life that is fun, you know what I'm saying? So I don't know who else needed this besides me. And it's not like you're going to be doing crazy stuff. Like, there's stuff that I'm not going to go back to doing, but that doesn't mean that you just have to sit in the house and just be like, no, I don't want to do that, because if I do that, God might get mad. Like, that is not what we're supposed to be doing. And I feel like God has put check me in my spirituals. And so I'm sharing this with y'all, because it's like it's almost being too religious, too spiritual, too devout, and some people, that is your destiny. That is what you're supposed to do. And by all means, boo-boo, do you. But for some of you, part of what's happening is your inner child. It's like something is missing, because your life is devoid of, like, any kind of fun, and it almost feels like it's a lack of happiness, if that makes sense. And so I told the Lord that I was like, Daddy, I'm not going to just sit in the house and just, now mind you, I have been sitting for 3 years, y'all. My whole last 3 years of my life has been dedicated to the Lord, and it still is. But I recognize in that moment that for some of us, it's like the Lord trying to, when I said this the other day, trying to reintroduce us to society. And many of us don't even know how to go out and socialize and be around people anymore, because you can get into this mindset and this state of mind of thinking that, God don't want you to do nothing. If you do anything, if you message, whatever, if you do anything, that God is going to feel some type of way. And he's really not on that, y'all. So for many of us, part of the reintroduction that's happening is the Lord allowing us to enjoy life again. It's not supposed to be all work. It's not supposed to be all play, but this is about finding balance. I hope that makes sense for somebody. So Abram was not only rich in faith and good works, but in the promises, but he was rich in cattle and in silver and in gold. So this is the wealth the Lord that has blessed Abram with at this point. God, in his providence, sometimes makes good men, rich men, and teaches them how to abound as well as he does. Wait a minute, I can't even see that. As well as how to suffer. The reason the Lord, man, it's all kind of tracking now. It's because there are people that the Lord has made great and abundant. And this is about understanding some of you are destined for this. This is why he's asking you to steward well right now, because you have a destiny that includes wealth and abundance. And you have to be able to steward that well and help and be a blessing to other people. So the riches of a good man are the fruits of God's blessing. Many of you have blessings that are getting ready to come into your life. You have blessings that are coming in that the Lord is going to bestow upon you, right? Hold on, y'all. Let me turn that off because I don't even know if it's working or not. So I'm just going to move past it. So many of you, the Lord is getting ready to set you up with wealth, with abundance. He's getting ready to set you up to have riches, to have those types of things. And this is about understanding that he's also getting ready to give you the thing that what's necessary in order for you. What are you going to do with the resources that the Lord is blessing you with? Abram, he was able to take care of himself, his family, his servants, all the people that the Lord had given him in charge of. Some of you, God is stepping you into leadership as well. So you have to be mindful, like whoever the Lord gives you to lead, you want to make sure that you're doing well with that leadership as well. There are multiple ways in which we have to steward. It's not just resource. It's not just finances. This is being a good steward with your time, of being a good steward with your leadership. The blessings of the Lord brings true riches, and he adds no sorrow to it, for it comes as a blessing from God. Of course, Proverbs 10 and 22. Many of you, what the Lord is doing is he's transitioning you out of things that it's like the toiling that you had to do. And I think I talked about this yesterday, not sure, or whatever day it was, y'all. Like the Lord is not trying to give us something to do that is not going to make us happy. And this is the other thing. Whatever the Lord is sending you into, it ain't all about the money. So sometimes some of you may go into something, you may be called into something, and it may be a lower paying position, but it's actually going to yield higher fruit, higher results, because you're not in it for the money. And for this is again about mindset for some of you. I know we talked about this the other day, but it's like understanding that when you don't, and I heard Cat Williams say this as well, y'all. Nothing is coincidence. He was on. I had never even watched this before. Didn't even know Carmelo Anthony had. Shout out Melo. Didn't even know he had a podcast. But I ended up watching the Cat Williams interview, and he said something on there that made so much sense. And he's like, and it's in regards to money, right? The money doesn't, he said, the money don't move me, I move the money. And so I heard that and I was like, man, that's bars, right? Because it really, if you think about it, that's why many of us don't have the wealth and the abundance that we're praying for, because we're worried about the money. And when the enemy knows that you're worried about the money, it's almost like it runs from you. When you're constantly chasing, then it knows that you're after it. So you're constantly trying to chase the bag. And when you do that, it actually moves further away from you. So it's about changing your mindset to understanding that money is just a byproduct. It's a byproduct of the blessing that the Lord really gives us, whether it's your calling, your profession, whatever you do. So many of you, as you're continuing to develop in your craft, like we talked about yesterday with the Eight of Pentacles, the money is going to be a byproduct. It's as a result of you truly walking in purpose, walking in your calling. And what the Lord is getting ready to step you into, it is not going to be something that you hate. It is going to be something that's in alignment with your calling and what it is that you truly are meant to do. True piety, which is devoutness and dutifulness, will very well consist with great prosperity. Though it is hard for a rich man to get into heaven, yet is not impossible. So just because you rich don't mean that money is not the root of all evil. It's what people do, the intentions that you have with the money. When you begin to understand what kind of control money has over you, or if it has control over you, and you flip the dynamic and realize that you're in control of the money, it's not in control of you, you start to see more resources flowing to you. Abraham was very rich and yet very religious, and as piety is a friend to the outward prosperity, so outward prosperity, if well managed, is an ornament to piety. This is about tithing, y'all. This is about giving. This is about, when I was in San Diego, y'all, some of you, this is like to open up the flow of abundance. Again, this feels very like the Lord was talking to me a lot about mindset this morning. For some of you, if you feel, because I almost said, are you stuck? Do you feel like your finances are stuck, or you're not seeing results? You're not seeing, the flow. Do something to open up the flow. You can donate, give in time. You can give financially as well. Giving actually opens the flow of abundance. And that was one of the things the Lord was talking about today. It's a generous spirit. It's a cheerful giver. For those of you who feel like, man, nothing is flowing, give something, give some time, give some money, give something to someone else, give a compliment. It doesn't always have to be financial, but of course, when you give away and you sacrifice the money, the resources that you have, and because God knows it's something you need, He sees that. When you show the Lord that you're not afraid, that because you trust Him to replace it, you trust Him to give it back, He will begin to give it back. His removal to Bethel, he went out not only because there he had formerly had his tent. He was willing to go among his old acquaintances, but because there he lived formerly had his altar, and though the altar was gone, probably he himself hadn't taken it down when he left the place. This is crazy. Lest it be polluted by idolatrous Canaanites, yet he came to the place of the altar, either to revive the remembrance of the sweet communion he had with God at that place, or perhaps to pay the vows he had made there. This is crazy. When he undertook his journey into Egypt, we have need to be reminded of our solemn vows, and perhaps the places where they were made may help us to bring them to mind, and it may do us good to visit it. So for some, this is about, for some of you, returning back to your homeland, returning back to your roots, if you will. Me not having read this, I want to say, y'all, that I actually studied this before. I think I studied this before I came here, y'all. Many of you, the Lord is going to be sending you. You're getting a start, a restart, a do-over. And He's not going to stop talking about this until there's a move that you're going to have to make. And it may feel like you're going backwards, but you're really not. This is an opportunity for the Lord to restart you. It's a refresh. It's a reset. I've been getting the word reset a lot. So some of you, there may be something that you feel like you're going back towards, a mantle that you may be picking back up, something you're stepping back into, a place that you're having to revisit, and think it not strange where the Lord is going to send you, because He knows that and again, I don't feel like this is a final destination. It just feels like this is going to be a stop on the journey, but there's something there. It's almost like having to pick something up. For some of you, you're going somewhere where you're going to have to pick something up. I feel that it's like you're going to have to pick something up. There's something in this place where you're going to have to learn to grow. There's something that maybe you have to release something to receive something. So there's a stop that you're getting ready to make on your destination, but don't think this is the last place that you're going to be. His devotion there. His altar was gone so that he could not offer sacrifice, but he called upon the name of the Lord as he had done in Genesis 12:8. All God's people are praying people. Those that would approve themselves upright with God must be constant and persevering in the service of religion. Y'all, I looked up the word religion and it has such a bad connotation, but it really does not mean what we have given it to mean. It really just means like being devout. But we have given it such a negative terminology that people don't really like to use that word. And I told this to the Lord the other day when I was studying this. Abram did not leave his religion behind him in Egypt as many do in their travels. So as the Lord is sending you into these new places and spaces, don't forget what got you to this new beginning. Don't forget what you were doing. It's the same thing we hear all the time. Don't forget God. Drop it in the chat. I won't forget. Don't forget God as he's sending you into something new, into a new area. When we cannot do what we would do, we must make conscious of doing what we can in the acts of devotion. When we want an altar, let us not be wanting in prayer, but wherever we are, call on the name of the Lord. Okay. So that's it for the notes for today. For many of you, as the Lord is sending you into this new place and space, y'all, just remember, don't forget what got you to the place where you're at right now. Don't forget how much you prayed and how much you worshiped. I prayed some worship music this morning as I was getting ready. Because yesterday, well, no, not yesterday. Was it yesterday? Just remember the things that you were doing. Because as the Lord is bringing many of us out of the pit, remember, I told the Lord this because I journaled it. And I'm going to tell y'all, I journaled it this morning because y'all, I've been struggling to try to get up at 4 a.m. And so like my alarm go off and I'm just like, man, Lord, I'm so tired. So I've been struggling. And that's what I wrote. I've been struggling to get up at 4 a.m. And then I wrote, the spirit is willing, but the flesh is weak. I keep telling myself it's because it's my last days of rest, because I'm getting ready. My schedule's getting ready to change next week, but I don't know if I'm making excuses or not, because I have been struggling to get up at 4. When I was in the car, when I was confined, y'all, it was a lot easier for me to get up and just, do and move around a little bit more, but I've been struggling to get up at 4. So I don't know, for some of you that may be something you're dealing with. It hasn't changed what I do. I'm still doing my Bible study and all that, but I just ain't had the energy to get up at 4. So I don't know if that's something that the Lord has called you to and you've been struggling with, but just try to make a commitment to yourself that even if it's not every day, getting up some days earlier. So all I do it, let's get to it. Here we go, y'all. Strength. This is my baby, y'all. I'm gonna keep her because I realize that whatever the Lord is sending us into in this next season, it's going to require strength, right? This is my oldest baby as well, y'all. This speaks to endurance, perseverance. This is resilience, confidence, vitality, inner strength as well. So we going to see what else is coming out. I feel like the Lord, and we talked about that yesterday, being strong and very courageous as well. I'm Anna. Hey, Anna's daughter, how you doing? There's one said, I'm struggling with that. That has been a struggle for me, getting up early, but I still make sure God has his time. Indeed and amen. Definitely making sure he does to do that. My schedule's getting ready to change up a lot, y'all. So I'm definitely trying to make sure, and this is what I understand. This is something the Lord told me as well. As long as you're giving him his time, the Lord is not pressed. And this is my conversation with God. He may tell other people something different. Sometimes part of the problem is, but we put so much pressure on ourselves to try to do things the same way all the time, and it's just not going to work out that way. So he's shown me that when you put unnecessary pressure on yourself, sometimes that's why you feel like you hadn't accomplished something, you hadn't done everything that you wanted to do. So just be mindful of that. Okay, just be mindful of that. So here's what the Lord told me this morning. Worry gets you nowhere. Today is going to be as great as you make it. Always lead with truth, your business, and nobody can dispute your truth. What God is about to do in your life is going to seem unreal, and you didn't, for whoever, this last part of the message, I don't know what you didn't retaliate about, but he said you didn't retaliate. For some of you, God has been showing you the truth about people and you didn't react or respond. You kept it cute, okay? But those nudges in your spirituals weren't imaginary. For some of you, this is a time of revelation where the Lord is going to show you the truth about some people. Trying to told y'all Seven of Swords. You done had some liars in your circle. You done had some people around you that were not on the up and up. And the Lord gave me a very specific example of this. There are certain times where, you know, I don't know, sometimes it's like sometimes you know that there's a Judas in your camp and you just keep it moving. You don't say anything about it. But some of these people are getting ready to fall off as well. And so I don't know who needed that part of the message, but it's like the Lord saying you did good by not saying anything, by just let it, don't even worry about it. And so I don't know. He said you didn't retaliate even when you could have, even when you knew that something wasn't on the up and up. And he gave me an example of this, but anyway, just know he's saying like don't be pressed about it. They I don't know, so for some of y'all, they know that you know, but they also know that you playing it cool just like they playing it cool. All to do it. Here we go. Two of Wands, first steps, progress as well. That's coming in on this. A lot of fire energy out here already. This is planning, progress, travels, departures, sudden. Look, another card about courage. Something is going to take some, I don't know who or what, where the Lord is sending you. Okay, I do not know. But there's something that's like, be strong and courageous. Again, the same scripture keeps coming back through. The Lord is someone's getting ready to take the first step towards something. You may be in the planning stage. Maybe you're getting your confidence up. Maybe you're just kind of like, you know what you have to do, but you're just getting your confidence up to be willing to take the necessary step in order to move. And I've been getting a lot of, messages about moving as well. So I don't know who's getting ready to move or what the move is. Look, the Five of Wands just came back again. What the move is that the Lord is getting ready to require you to do, but you may just be in the planning stages. This card came out for us yesterday. Internal conflict, competition. Telling y'all, I can't make it up. Now, yesterday, competition was not the focus. Yes, right. Yesterday, we were just focused on the endurance. We were focused on, running the race, because many of us, like the first part of this, I want to say this came out with the Sun card. But today, the Lord, kid you not, is focusing on competition. Drop this in the chat. It's me against me. It's me against me. So for whoever this is for, the Lord is crazy, because this was in a whole different spot yesterday. There is no competition, y'all. Part of what the Lord was talking to me about today was you don't have to compete with anyone. And I use Cat Williams as an example of this a lot, because this is who I was using in my conversation with the Lord. Like, you hear certain people talk about, like Muhammad Ali, because that's someone else that popped in my spirituals, right? Like, I am the greatest. You have to know and believe that you are the greatest at what you are doing. This is the difference between being pride and humble. We're humble before the Lord because we know that we can't do anything. We can't be anything. We have no ideas, no greatness that he does not give us. But that does, for whoever this is for, this is about your light. Come on, God. This is about your light. This is about you diminishing yourself in the face of other people. And that's what the Lord is checking on today. No, you need to know that you are the greatest at what you do, because if you don't have that mindset of being great, then you won't be the greatest that you can be. You have to understand you're not in competition with anyone. You only can compete with being a better version of yourself. So for some of you, you've been playing too small. And so that's the way the Lord was showing me that this morning. It's like some of us, we've been playing too small because you're trying to be humble, like so humble that you're not allowing yourself to shine. You're not allowing your gifts, your talents, your natural energy to come through. And the Lord is saying, no, it's time out for that. He knows that we are humble before him. He knows that we have humility. He ain't pressed about that. But it's about us feeling like, no, I don't want to show people, that I'm really gifted or talented. And as a result of that, it's like you're not living up to your full potential. And so he was talking to me about this today. It's not about being in competition with other people, because who cares about that? Like, life is not a competition. You're only trying to be better than you were yesterday. So whoever this is, stop playing so small, okay? Stop diminishing yourself. Knight of Pentacles is coming in. This is a card of slow and steady, patience, resilience, perseverance. Things are not getting ready. It's almost like some of you, this is why you're not making moves. It's something about you're not making the necessary moves in order to start making progress in your life. And the Lord is saying, no, it's time out for that. I don't know what the move is. We're going to clarity this and see what else is happening. But for some of you, this is also about patience with growing within yourself. What is it? This is the Lord building, strengthening your confidence within yourself. We talked about yesterday, a big part of what we have to understand is like being confident within yourself. For some of you, there could have been someone who was working on your self-esteem or trying to make you feel like, less than, if you will. Look, 2 cards on this one, so I'm going to take both of them. For some of you, the Lord is really big on being confident within yourself this week. Let's see. Let's clarity and see what we got. I'm doubting. Telling y'all, I can't make it up. I'll look at the other one in a second. Unsure about something or someone, lack of trust or confidence. Look, y'all, lack of trust or confidence. Can't make it up, right? The choice is unclear. So for some of you, it's time out to stop doubting yourself. You cannot doubt yourself, your gifts. For some of you, it's like a belief. I don't know who done told you that you weren't capable or weren't able. I don't know who said that. I don't know who has made you feel like you can't accomplish something, you can't do something. I couldn't even get it out my mouth good. And here goes confidence, y'all. So for some of you, the Lord is definitely going to be working on that with you this week. And then we have offering that's coming in next. We just talked about generosity. You have something to offer, an offer or proposal made to give and to receive. Okay. So some of you, maybe, I don't know. We'll see what else is coming out. Maybe you're concerned or think that it could be a couple of ways. So for some of you, there's something that the Lord is going to give you, but maybe you are doubting that the Lord is going to give you something. This is about having confidence in God that you're going to receive. Drop it in the chat. I'm going to get it. You're going to receive what it is that the Lord has for you, what he wants to give you. So this is where he's needing you to be confident in him, and yes, in yourself, but more so in him. Like, you have to trust that the promise still stands and that what the Lord wants to give you is already yours. Drop it in the chat. It's already mine. Okay. So for some of you, this is about your doubting. Come on, doubting Thomas. This is about you doubting what the Lord has already promised you. And so come on, God, what he's already promised you, visions of the future. Okay. Create a vision board, visualization techniques, spiritual sight, and scripting. The Lord has given many of you vision. For some of you, this is going back to taking the necessary step. What is it? What step do you need to take? He needs you to start making moves towards something. Whatever the vision is that he's giving you, you're not going to accomplish it all at one time, but you got to take a step. You got to do something now. You got to do something. And so this is what the Lord is saying. The next part of this is, if you're not clear what the decision is to make, what the move is to make, then it's not time to make a move yet. So be still, be patient. And just because on the Knight of Pentacles, be patient and allow the Lord to bring the step. Okay. Allow the Lord to bring the step, because it's definitely coming. Now, what else? For many of you, we talked about this yesterday. If you didn't see the message yesterday, then please go and watch it. I don't even remember. It was called Up. You can go watch it on my YouTube channel. For many of you, look, I'm trying to reach into a different part of the bag. For many of you, just because things are not happening at your speed does not mean that things are not happening. Good morning, dearest one. Good morning, Shaw girl. Just because they're not happening at your speed doesn't mean that things are not happening. Because they are. The enemy's trying to make you doubt the promise. He's trying to make you doubt yourself, doubt that things are actually moving forward. And it doesn't, just because God hadn't shown you every step doesn't mean that he's not going to reveal to you what's necessary. Okay. Queen of Cups is coming in next. This is nurturing, devotion. Mary was a virgin who was chosen by God to conceive. This is insight. Queen of Cups, this is insight. I know this is talking about Mary, but this is Mary, Jesus's mother. She gave birth to Jesus in Bethlehem. She and Joseph raised Jesus in Nazareth. Some of you, it's almost like, I don't know, it's about a talent. It's about a talent. It's about an answer that you're waiting on the Lord for. And it's like you want all the answers now is what the Lord just said. You want all the answers now. And it's almost like you feel like he's not answering you quick enough. So that's what's making you doubt what you saw or heard in the first place. And he's saying, don't do that, because that's just the enemy trying to deter you from being on the path that he's already set before you. It's like if the Lord has told you that you're meant to be a multimillionaire because you ain't seen the first M yet, you feeling like you thinking that you're not going to be the multimillionaire in your family. No, drop it in the chat. I'm the first. Because you hadn't seen the business blow up the way that you wanted it to blow up, and you know that the Lord has given you this vision about this, but it doesn't look the way you want it to look. You're like, oh, well, it must not be happening. The enemy's trying to sow a seed of doubt in somebody's mind. I'm telling you right now, you need to be praying to have that the Lord will renew your mind, your body, your strength, because the enemy is trying to sow a seed of doubt somewhere. And so something, either this is in vision, this could be about a relationship. Take it how it resonates in your spirituals. Only you know what you are praying for and what you're waiting on the Lord for and what the vision is that the Lord has given you. So the enemy, this week, y'all, we're in Mercury retrograde. And if you know, you know. If you understand, you understand. This is the time where come on, God. This is the time where these old mindsets and all these things, y'all, will start to come in. Like, you will start to doubt things that you know to be true. You will start to doubt the promise when you know what God has told you. This is the time. And for many of you, that's why it was the reset, huh? Y'all was talking about the reset and the renewal during retrograde. If you understand this, y'all, this is a time where you ain't trying to start a whole lot of new stuff. This is a time for renewal. Anything do it, okay? Renew, review, reflect. This is not the time to be trying to make moves, because the enemy, again, y'all, this is a time where the enemy will try to sow a seed of doubt and make you question what the Lord has already promised you. If the Lord told you you were going to travel, you still going to travel. Maybe you're just in the planning stages of the travel. This is a time for us to really renew our minds, y'all. Real talk. Whoever this is, that's why the Lord was talking to me about mindset this morning, because this is a time where you will begin to doubt the things that God has told you. And he's just like, don't fall for it. Don't fall for it. Okay. The Lord has already given you vision, and this may be a time where he's allowing you to re-strategize and rethink some things, okay? The Knight of Wands, because look, Knight of Pentacles to the Knight of Wands. At the end, within the next, after about 2 weeks or so, things are going to pick up speed, but you're going to have to give it some time. This is not the time. This is a time where we want to slow down, y'all. We want to refocus. For those of you who are Leo season coming up, because the Strength card is out here, which we talked about yesterday. This is the preparation time before you step into your birthday, right? Where you're kind of refocusing. Y'all know this is the month of vision. Tammuz, this is the month of vision. So this is an opportunity, the month of vision, for you to revisit the vision. Make sure you're still in alignment with it. Make sure that you're still making moves towards it. Maybe creating some new strategies on how you're going to move forward, how you're going to make progress. But once this is over, you're going to start, many of you, you're getting, it's almost like a 2 week, because it's twos. There's a lot of two out here. After about 2 weeks, things are going to start picking up for you. That literally is putting this right at my birthday. So around the 26th or so, beginning of Leo season, you may start to see things really picking up for you. Okay. I feel like I ain't been putting myself in position for the blessing of God. What do you mean? How are you not in position? One thing I will say, y'all, is this is me. This is my opinion on this. If you say that I haven't been putting myself in the position for the blessing of God, then that means that you're already aware that you're not doing something right. Does that make sense? Because you can't, if you're saying that, then you're acknowledging that you're not. So then it's your fault. If you can say that on the live, then that means that you're already aware. The Lord has already told you that you're not positioned, or you're not in position. You're not doing what you're supposed to be doing. So then you can't expect the blessing if you're not prepared for it. Does that make sense? This is accountability issues. It's like, if you know something, then that means that God has spoken it to you, and he's let you know that you're not doing something you're supposed to be doing. So then what are you going to do as a result of knowing? When you know better, you do better. Right? So that means, okay, well, I know I ain't been doing what I need to do. I know I ain't been, tapping in. I ain't been reading my Bible. I haven't been doing this, that, or the third. Then the reason you're not receiving what you want is because you're purposely keeping yourself out of it, out of alignment with it. So we want to do better, right? We want, we want to do better. So that's something that I think that that's what conviction is when the Lord lets us know, like, you ain't, you know, you were supposed to do better, but then you choose not to, right? Look, this, y'all think it's a game, right? When I tell y'all that I mix these up thoroughly, I'm gonna just show y'all this bag. Now, because y'all know me moving around, can y'all see how these cards are in this bag right now? Do y'all know that even before I come on here, I mix these up and put them, like I literally take them like this and I'm shuffling them all up. And when I put them up, when I put these cards back in here, I put them in different places. Like, I don't just take the stack that I had from yesterday and just stick them. Like, I literally separate them and put them in different places, and I'm not looking where I put them or anything. And I'm tripped out because this card came out yesterday, y'all. And so this is just stuff that be tripping me out. Like, man, Lord, it ain't no way. There's no way after I've done all this shuffling and moving around that I still end up with the same card. Anyway, when I say I can't make this up for real, like, y'all, I cannot make this up. I literally sit here before this live and I'm shuffling them and I'm moving the cards, and there's no way for me to know where these cards are when I put them up. I just stick them somewhere, and I'm sticking them just right. Y'all, it be tripping me out. Spilled milk. Capricorn energy again. I released a Capricorn message today because of the fact that this card came up yesterday with what was it? There was whatever this card was, like, man. Anyway, regrets, accidents happen. Don't sweat the small stuff. It cannot be changed. Disappointed. Let it go. Minor problems. Y'all, this is a time where we're going to start experiencing little minor things. If you have to go somewhere, leave a little bit early. Like, for some of you, oh, that was the message. Thank y'all. Worrying gets you nowhere. Okay. Some of you, there's something that you're focused on. There's some kind of, I don't know, some situation or something that you're focused on, or you still thinking about, like, man, maybe I should have did this, that, or the third. No, we ain't got time, because you can't change it. And anything that you can't change, you don't have time to keep focusing on. When you know better, you truly do better. So there's something, whatever this is back here, and maybe that's why there's a seed of doubt sown. I don't know. I don't know why this made you, and y'all, I'm not looking. I'm trying very purposely not to look, right? Maybe that's why you're doubting, because, or either you feel like you're gonna fumble a blessing. Thank you, Lord. It feels like you feel like you're gonna fumble a blessing, but that's the enemy trying to work on your mindset. Don't fall for it. Okay, y'all. See, this is what I be talking about. Now, yesterday we had the Queen of Pentacles, but we had a different queen on the card. Mimi's in the new deck. Mimi's on the Queen of Pentacles, and so she came up yesterday. Here's the Queen of Pentacles again. I'm not gonna give the same. What I feel like we was talking about the same thing. What we was talking about today. Some of you, this is about new money, because I've been to say, didn't we talk about self-love and self-care yesterday? Some of y'all need to see some rest. That's not what this is about. But we had the Queen of Pentacles yesterday. Same card, different deck, right? Some of you, this is about new money, or this is about fumbling a blessing. This is about fumbling, like you feel like I'm tracking. There's something that the Lord wants to bless you with, but maybe you had previously in the past, you messed up your money. You weren't a good steward. You didn't, spend your money the way that you were supposed to. And as a result of that, because we know, and this could be resources as well, there could have been people that the Lord introduced into your life, and you messed up those connections, something like that. This is understanding that you won't make that same mistake. Does this make sense? You're not going to repeat the same things that you have done before, because you know better now. You've learned the lessons. So some of you, this is what the Lord is saying. Listen, I need you to let this go. This is something He's going to want you to work on releasing in this next couple of weeks, because you're not going to make the same mistakes again. You're not going to do the same thing, because you had to go under some discipline, some difficulty as a result of what you did before. You're not going to mess up the way that you did before. Okay, y'all, I'm finna throw the cards away. That's what I'm finna do. I'm finna throw them away. Am I tripping, or did we have the Three of Pentacles yesterday? I'm pretty sure, maybe it wasn't yesterday. Maybe it was the other day. Was it the Three of Pentacles that came up yesterday, y'all? Did we have the Three of Pentacles and talking about, maybe it wasn't yesterday. I don't think it was yesterday. I'm going to have to go back and watch it. It wasn't yesterday, was it? I don't know if it was. I don't remember. I can't remember. Three of Pentacles, collaboration, right? This is, of course, building the tabernacle, collaboration, and skill. We talked a lot about skill set yesterday. And working on new things. I don't think it was yesterday. It might have been the day before that, or whatever other day. It's like the Lord was talking about separating you from certain people, but replacing different, like putting new people around you, new networks, new elevated people who are like-minded, putting you in new communities and groups. This is speaking to God, instructing Moses to build a portable sanctuary called the tabernacle, where he would dwell among the Israelites during their journey through the wilderness. And this is about instruction. So many of you, the Lord is giving you, this is about the vision. Thank you, Lord. This is about some of you, the Lord, and again, this comes back to rest and spending that time with the Lord, allowing him to download the blueprint. Come on, the blueprint for what it is that he's giving you to build in this season. Some of you are going to receive this answer within the next 2 weeks. He's highlighting the twos. I know we talked about 1222 yesterday, 222 as well. Many of you, he's going to be giving you an answer, some insight and revelation, Queen of Cups, within the next 2 weeks. And then once it's like some of you, this could be an opportunity that presents itself to you within the next 2 weeks, but you won't start it, let's say, till after retrograde. Y'all, if you know, you do not want to be starting anything at this time. Try to wait as far off as you can. If something was already underway, then by all means continue to move, to do what is necessary. But if like starting something completely new, if you can put it off, thank y'all. Something else the Lord has been having me to kind of study in the lab, or just learning about, this is the time that's called like between the straits. And so, or the dire straits, as some call it. So this is, again, it really coincides with Mercury retrograde. This is not the time to be making major decisions in your life, or making significant changes, which you shouldn't be doing during retrograde anyway. So try to put things off. If you have to move, wait, don't move yet. Try to wait until after, the first week of August or something like that. Try to put off any major life-changing decisions. This is not the time for that. This is the time to plan, but it's not the time to take action. Okay. I don't know, because it's almost like because you don't want to misstep. The Lord is trying to keep someone from making a misstep. It's like the Queen of Pentacles, the home, right? So for some of you, this is about a move. This ain't the time to move. This is the time to plan, wait, reflect, relax, chill, and then wait till around the beginning of August before you make the move. For some of you, this is in regards to what it is that the Lord is calling you to build. There may be people that are going to be coming in towards the beginning of, or to the worst after the first week of August as well. So just be prepared for that. Many of you, you're no longer going to be building by yourself. Somebody's getting ready to be on different teams. Like there are team members that are coming in, people that you're getting ready to work with. It's almost like you've been, let's say going from like solopreneur to entrepreneur. The Lord may be sending in for some of you people who are actually going to help you to advance and move forward, run the race with you, because many of you, you've had to be out here by yourself. And for some, it's like the soul tribe, right? But it's almost like these are people who are actually going to help push, catapult you into success, because they actually want to see you succeed. For some of you, the Lord has removed people and is removing people from around you who are not in alignment with the vision. And you had to recognize that everyone was not trying to see you succeed. They weren't trying to see you elevate. People want you to do great but they don't want you to do greater than them. So some of you, these are the people that the Lord is removing from around you, people who continue to pour doubt into your vision, because we don't have time to keep dealing with those types of people. It's unfortunate, but Everybody doesn't want to see you grow, because some of you, there are people, come on God, there are people right now who realize that you're really on a path to success. You're really on a, like the Lord is really progressing you and elevating you and moving you forward. And there's almost some people who are trying to sow doubt to keep you from taking the necessary steps. They kind of getting on my nervous system, but it's like there's whoever this is back here. It's almost like you're recognizing it's almost like a weak link. Thank y'all. It's like a weak link is what they're showing me over here. Some of you, the weakest link in your chain is about to be replaced. Anyway, dear John, okay. Rejection, cold hard truth, boundaries, set up boundaries, divorce strained. It's not you, it's me. Cutting cords. We talked about this yesterday. I know that many of us, the Lord has us in a season where we're having to let some people go. Message, receive it. We're having to let some people go because some things are just like, some things are not working. Only you know the things that are not working in your life, the people who are not helpful for you, who have served their purpose in your life. So for some of you, this could be a resignation letter as well. This could be a relationship that didn't work out. We talked about that yesterday. Capricorn energy for sure, because that's what's on this card. So Pisces, Capricorn, they just pointed those two out. So for some of you, there may be something very specific. I'm still shuffling the cards, y'all. Some of you may be putting in a 2 weeks notice, okay? A 2 weeks notice. So just let the Lord lead, guide, and direct you. He's going to tell you when to do that, okay? Matthew 7:7-8. Ask, seek, knock, ask. Man, what did I post this morning? I literally said, ask. It was something about ask. Asking you shall receive. Anyway, asking it will be given to you. Seeking you will find. Knock and the door will be open. For many of you, there's an open door that the Lord is creating for you. And this is so that you can actually begin to fulfill the vision that he has given you, the assignment that he's given you. There's some open door. There's something that's opening. And this feels like something, maybe you've knocked on it before, but it wasn't time for you to step through that door yet, but you're getting ready to step through it now. And this is also, of course, in your communion, your relationship. The more you want to know God, the more that you will find him. So for some of you continuing to put this time in, it's like the Lord is giving you access. I think I posted 3:33 this morning. I think did I post Jeremiah 33:3? I think I did. I think I posted it on TikTok this morning, where many of you, the Lord is giving you more access. We talked about the secrets yesterday with Job 12:22. So many of you, the Lord is giving you more access, more revelation. And there's some people who are going to they're going to feel some type of way about that because they're record. Come on, God. So, man, I don't even want to go here, but I'm just going to tell you with spirit love. There are some people who are unfortunate, but it's almost like that's because this is coming up. They put it on the competition card. There are some people who are envious of your gifts. There are some people who are envious of the talents, the way that the Lord is using you in this season. Because what's happening, come on, God, because what's happening is you are. It's almost, that sounds bad, but it's almost like for some of you, there's someone who's envious, and I don't know who this is, but there's someone who feels some type of way because your gifts are outshining them. Because whatever you're doing, whatever your talent is, however the Lord is using you, whatever he's allowing you to put on display, it's like you're the real deal. You're the truth. And there was maybe, come on, guys, for some of you, someone tried to, discount you, discredit you, or something. It's like some kind of discrediting, slandering or something back here. It's almost like they're showing me Jesus, right? Where they didn't believe that he was the Son of God. They didn't believe, but even though he did miracles and signs and wonders and all of that, it was like the Pharisees still trying to discredit him. So for some of you, this is coming back to this competition energy. You were never in competition with someone, but there's someone who may be secretly, right, in competition with you, showing me the moon card. And this is like you being able, like the Lord is really showing, like, no, this is who I'm using. There may be, come on, God, there may be someone who was like pretending to have the same gift or talent or something that you have, but the Lord continues to show up and show that that's not the person that I'm using. This is who I'm using. And so for some of you, this is like a job, right? Someone trying to take credit for your work, someone trying to, show that they're better than you, but the Lord keeps pushing you forward and showing that you're actually the one that he's using in a certain capacity. I hope that makes sense. So for those of you, but it's like an understanding that the Lord needs you to have, that elevation comes with jealousy and envy. It comes with, people trying to discredit you and whatever your talent is. And so he's making you aware so that he can strengthen you in it. Okay. I hope that makes sense. I've had several people do that to me with my art. Yeah, you gotta be, yeah, Pam, you gotta be careful. Like, I don't know, people will try to just be mindful of that, baby. We ain't got time to spend on it either way, because who has time for that? Like, we all have our own gifts, talents, and skills and abilities. Come on, God, multiply it, Lord. We receive the multiplication. We receive it. The widows, this is the 9 of Cups. Somebody did multiplication. Didn't I just say something about, what was the message that the Lord gave? What God is about to do in your life is going to seem unreal. I want to say the 9 of Cups came out. I don't know whose message it is. Some of you, you're getting, this is the multiplication of blessings. And I think we saw that yesterday. And on one of the cards, like things, the Lord is getting ready to multiply something in someone's life. And he's pointing this out as well. It's because some of you, you're getting ready to open your mouth and you're no longer going to be afraid to ask God for what it is that you want. I had that conversation with the Lord this morning where it's like you have not because you ask not, but many of us, what we've learned to do now is we're not asking with the wrong motives or the wrong intentions. And that's why, come on, God, the Lord is getting ready to start multiplying things. And for others, this is y'all clarifying the oil. For some of you, you oily, like you have oil on you for real, like you have an anointing on you for real, you have talent for real, like you're in service to God for real. He's using you in a specific way for real. And so there are some people who unfortunately are going to be jealous of your oil. And so the Lord is preparing you. He's elevating you. So this plane that's on here, he's elevating you. Some of you, this is like global. You're getting ready to get more exposure. Like the Lord is getting ready to put you into certain rooms and places and spaces. Again, there are people, come on, God, there are people who are watching your progress. Even if they're not saying anything, they can see that things are changing, that the Lord is doing something in your life. They can see how you're growing. They can see how the Lord is, doing something, the favor in your life. And so he's preparing somebody to understand that there is, because of the favor in your life, you're getting ready to start seeing new things. Come on, God. I said this to someone and I may have said it to y'all. And I've been talking about this maybe for the past 2 weeks or so. Y'all, as you are elevating in the spirit, as you're going up, as you're leveling up. And part of what I studied this morning was talking about, the like rank in the kingdom. And we know that the Bible tells us that, you have to be like a little child in the kingdom. But understanding, y'all, there's still a hierarchy. So for many of you, you're no longer, it's like you're moving up in the spirit. So the adversaries that you're facing are they're more elevated as well. God is not, you're not continuing to deal with the people and the minions and the adversaries that were just like when you were just learning, just started out. When you level up, so does your opposition. And so for some of you, think it not strange that the Lord is strengthening you against this, and he's preparing you for this right now, because the ops are going to get you, like the ops upgrade just like you upgrade. So it's levels to this. So for some of you, that's the other thing is, I don't know, man, somebody back here, whoever this is, and this could be more than one person, but whoever this is, they really tried to keep you from leveling up, but there was nothing that they could do because it was destined for you to level up. But they're also realizing that they couldn't stop you anyway. right? They can't stop you because God has something destined for you. It was destined for you to multiply. It was destined for you to have this oil. First of all, you have to step into it, acknowledge it. You have to receive and say, okay, Lord, I receive what it is that you're trying to give me. But there are some people who never wanted you, look, to step into your calling, your assignment, your fulfillment, your blessings, but it's coming. 9 of Cups. Somebody got a wish that's getting ready to get answered. Like there's something you've been asking the Lord to do, and he's getting ready to do it. Like real life, as you grow, the challenges grow with you. Indeed, they really do. Like but we shouldn't want it any other way. As you level up, you should want different problems. And for some of you, that's what's getting ready to happen. But the thing about it is like that's your destiny, not theirs. Okay. The 5 of Cups, the rooster. Look, I just saw some about roosters the other day. I didn't even watch it though. Peter's denial, regret and loss. I don't know if we've ever gotten the 5 of Cups. Now, y'all, didn't we get the... Now I know I'm not tripping. Now I know I'm not tripping, y'all. Because I know very specifically... I'm tickled. Okay, y'all. If you... I'm serious. Daddy, if you didn't want to show up in the message today, just say that. Just say, Lord, we receive it. Y'all, I am tickled. I am so tickled. Child, the confirmationals is real. Do you understand? I had to laugh about that, y'all. Oh, Lord, Daddy have meant it in him spirituals, Lord. Oh, wait a minute, child. You see the click. Y'all, look, I was just finna give the 5 of Cups. Wait a minute, 5 of Cups. Hold on. We had that yesterday. Once again, spilled milk, man. I can't make this up. Too funny. Too funny. I don't even think we'd have had the 5 of Cups in the Bible Clarity deck, but Peter, one of Jesus's key disciples, famously denied knowing Jesus 3 times on the night of Jesus' arrest. He predicted that Peter would deny him 3 times before a rooster crowed while with his disciples at the Last Supper. Peter, confronted by people in the high priest's courtyard, vehemently stated he did not know Jesus when asked, but upon hearing the rooster crow, he remembered Jesus' words and was overcome with remorse, weeping bitterly due to his betrayal. So... anyway, moving on from this, so y'all, we had the spillment. We had the 5 of Cups yesterday in a different deck, of course. So there are some people. Look, if you deny Jesus in front of people, in front of man, he will deny you in front of him, Father. Okay, so for some people, the reason you hadn't gone any further than what you're going, or your ops, your enemies have not gone any further, is because they're not playing on the right side of the street. They're not on the right team. Okay, you got to be on the right team. You got to be on the right team. Okay, hashtag Team Jesus in the chat. Okay, y'all. Do y'all know I'm still shuffling these cards? Because I'm just like, okay, maybe I'm tripping and I don't want to keep I don't know what else to do. I'm trying to get some new cards and no new cards want to come up. Anyway, the Lord said what he said. 41:10. This talks about companionship, strength in the struggle, praise and fame. So do not fear, for I am with you. Do not be dismayed, for I am your God. I will strengthen you. Of course, we have the strength card out here, and help you. I will uphold you with my righteous right hand. Isaiah 41:10. So for many of you, the Lord is like, again, be strong and courageous. This is giving 6 of Swords as well. I have something similar to this on one of the 6 of Swords. He's getting ready to move you into something where it's going to require a lot of strength. It's going to require discipline as well. So many of you, fame, man, I can't make it up, y'all. Many of you are destined for that. You're destined for greatness, and the Lord is getting ready to put you on display. He's getting ready to put your light on display, your talents on display. I told you this is an open door that the Lord is creating for you. The number 411 may be important as well. He's getting ready to sit you in front of great people. I just heard as well. Many of you have a destiny that is like part of that is being influential, affluential. And so for many of you, the Lord is getting ready to put you into communities Many of you, the Lord is getting ready to put you into communities and put you around people, because for some, this ain't everybody's message. But again, and because they just said post, so it's like if you're on social media or the Lord is telling you to post your content, please do that, because you never know who's watching you. For some of you, there are people who are watching you. We talked about it yesterday, so I'm not going to spend a lot of time on it. There's going to be something unexpected that's happening for someone. I don't know who you're getting ready to meet. I don't know who this person is. And this may just be for one person, but you'll know when it happens. When you hear this message, you'll know, because you can feel it. You can feel that there's something. And this is going back to this plane. And the reason I'm saying this is because this Three of Pentacles is clarity. I can't wait to have my desk, y'all. I can't wait to have my desk. This Three of Pentacles is clarity right here with this plane. Some of you, this is that connecting flights. I mentioned planes the other day. There's someone, you could meet them at the airport. I don't know, but there's someone, it's like a trajectory is what they just said. There's a trajectory. You're getting ready to meet someone, but this is someone who's going to help you create this vision, or really bring the vision to life. I don't know. Anyway, is that it, Lord? Because, child, I don't be knowing. I just be doing. Now, oh, that you would bless me and enlarge my territory. Let your hand be with me and keep me from harm, so that I will be free from pain. This is growth and expansion. This is something that I pray every day, y'all. So many of you, and it's the same thing as this territory, this land that's on here. Many of you, the Lord is getting ready to enlarge your territory. If you're not praying that, then you should be praying that. Multiplication. Many of you, the Lord is getting ready to, and look, the number 410, we had 1410, 410, 4110. So many of you, this is that. Remember at the beginning of this message, I said that the Lord, we're talking about competition, right? For many of you, the Lord is putting you in your own lane. And that is something that I think is a blessing, but he's also just encouraging you to be the best at what you do in your own lane. There is, again, y'all, there is no competition. You're only in competition with yourself. But some of you, the Lord is very specifically putting you in your own lane to be a demonstration of whatever your talent is. There is no, we don't do competition on no level. Okay, on no level. So just be aware of that. Like the Lord may be telling you to show, like he's going to have you showing up in a completely different way. He's going to be using you as an example for other people. So just be aware of that. Final words of guidance, and I done pulled up all the other cards, y'all. And look, there go to sit. Look, I told y'all, and I didn't even know I had it. I literally just said this is the Six of Swords, and I'm telling you, somebody's moving. It's a transition. Let me show y'all. Let me just show y'all. I literally said the Six of Swords on this, and as you can see, I used very similar, if not the same, it is actually the same picture on both of these, and on the cut, Six of Swords. Okay, so someone is definitely moving. Okay, this is going from man, that's crazy, Lord. This is a transition, right? Letting go, releasing, travel, relocation, being divinely guided. The end of hardships, the end of challenges and difficulties, okay? There's some healing that has happened for somebody, and this is why you're coming out of the storm. This is why things are getting ready to start moving forward for you. Within the next 6 months, you're going to see a significant change in your life and just things that you have been praying for. Think it not strange that how these next 6 months, the last 6 months because we have literally, these are the last 6 months of the year. A lot is going to happen. The Lord is really going to transition you in many areas of your life. Let's see what else, and then we'll clarity it, and then that'll be it. I don't know. He said give 2 messages, so we're giving 2 messages, y'all. That's all I can really say. So here we go. I'm trying to told y'all, and what's crazy is I can't even remember if we had this card. Someone came. This is for one of the messages we recorded. This is over. Over. Okay. Drop it in the chat. It's over with. It's over with. It's over with. The Five of Pentacles. This is like, this, of course, is breaking every chain. For many of you, come on, God, what's happening is you're coming out of this mindset. My God, I'm tracking, Lord. So again, y'all, for many of us, this is why the Lord wanted us focused on mindset this week, right? On Mondays, we may be focusing on mindset because we need to go into the beginning of the week with a more positive mindset, knowing that we can overcome, knowing that we can accomplish. And for many of you, that's why your next 6 months is going to be greater than your first 6 months, because you're recognizing that your mindset, this is like our scarcity, this is poverty, this is, low self-esteem, which we talked about yesterday, financial hardship. Many of you, come on, God, you're transitioning out of the wilderness. Okay, you're transitioning out of your wilderness season. You're transitioning out of lack. That's what this Six of Swords is bringing. It's like you're transitioning out of lack. And for those of you, look, come on, Ten of Swords and the Page of Pentacles on the cut. Somebody finna get some good news. Okay, hey baby girl. Somebody finna get some good news, because remember, come on, God, yesterday we talked about, y'all, how we really are generational curse breakers and chain breakers. Like, we really are the ones that are destined and created to bring our families out of poverty, to break these chains off. And we talked about it yesterday. Drop some chains in the chat, telling you right now, like, this is what you're destined to do, and the Lord is getting ready to give, come on, Lord, the divine strategy and the blueprint to help you to do this. And so this is why this planning stage is so important, y'all. The truth is the truth.com, Ace of Swords on the cut. This is why the planning stage is so important, because if when the Lord downloads this strategy to you, it's literally going to take you out of the storm. For many of you, come on, God, the storm is over. He's bringing you out of the storm. He's bringing you out of the challenges and out of the difficulties. But you have to receive that as well, and understand this, for whoever this part of the message is for. It's not a single person who ain't went through the storm. There's not a single person who cannot relate to going through some difficulty, challenge, some trial, tribulation, or fire. But that's what makes us, y'all. The storms make us, because the Lord is able to see how we're going to react and respond. Message, how we're going to react and respond when things go crazy, when things go wrong, when like worry gets you nowhere. Today is going to be as great as you make it. So this is and for many of you, what has happened is that the Lord knows that you're not going to fold. You're not going to break as soon as the storm comes. That's why he can bring you out. It's not to say you're not going to have another storm. You will, but you're going to face that one with more courage, with more strength. You're not going to be afraid. You're not going to run. For those of you who will receive this, maybe you ran plenty of times, but we're not running anymore. So this is why the Lord knows he can trust you. That's why for many of you, this season of lack is coming to an end. This season of robbing Peter to pay Paul is coming to an end, because you stewarded well, and he knows that you're going to do the right things. Message. Okay, here we go. And then we'll clarity this. Woo. Message, the Chariot. Okay, telling y'all, you're moving forward. You're moving forward. Shout out Pam, you're moving forward. Okay, this is victory, this is success. I don't even know if we had this card yesterday or not. This is progress, momentum. Some of you are going to be getting a new vehicle as well. Overcoming, ambition, determination. The moon is literally on here, and yesterday we had the moon card. But this is about understanding like their success and victory that is coming. So 5, 6, 7, by the way. So this is like baby steps as well, y'all. Let's clarity it. So the victory is guaranteed. Okay, the victory is guaranteed. So for some of you, within the next 5 to 7 months, because that time frame is out here, and I don't do a lot of timing unless the Lord gives it to me. But it's like the next 5 to 7 months is going to be pivotal, because you're going to be planning and setting up how your 26 is going to go. So all to do it, let's get to it. Let me see. We'll clarity these with a couple, and then we'll move out of here. Psalm 23, your prayers are being answered. Come on, God, your prayers are being answered. For some of you, that's been the prayer that you've been praying, like, Lord, help me, remove these shackles. And so he's giving you the strategy. So you make sure that you're continuing to pray. Side note, I want to say one of the messages the last couple of days, I literally said, you can have your own scriptures, whatever gets you through, but Psalm 91 and Psalm 23 are the two that I have, from memory. I can recite them. They are very important prayers to help you through a multitude of things. And yesterday, this is also known, drop it in the chat, I lack nothing. The Lord is my shepherd, I lack nothing. And for some of you, come on, God, that's the chain that he's breaking off of your mind, and thinking that the Lord will not provide. If he saved you once, he's going to save you again. If he's provided once, he's going to provide again. Now, sometimes the Lord don't give us what we want, because that's not what we need. And so understanding that there's a difference, y'all, this is like where it's like you when you're asking with the wrong motives. If you want the Lord to bless you so you can go splurge and buy crazy stuff, no, he shouldn't bless you with that. But if it's something that you want, that you need in your life, if this is something that you're like, Lord, it's like me saying, Lord, I really want my own place to stay. I'm grateful. My God, I am so grateful. But I'm not going to stop asking for my own place to stay, simply because the Lord knows that I'm not asking for nothing that's crazy, if that makes sense, right? Hey, love, how you doing? That's the verse I received this morning. So if you don't know anything else, please learn 23 and 91. Okay. So for many of you, message, there is a transition because of come on, God, because of your prayers, because you're continuing. Maybe for some of you, come on, Lord, maybe you don't even realize that your prayers are really what's bringing you out. Your prayers are really what's breaking these chains. And maybe right now, this is what it looks like, but this ain't what it is. Drop that in the chat. This ain't what it is. This is a temporary stop. This is a temporary situation until the Lord gets you to the place that he needs you to be in order to take you to your next level. So sometimes it looks like lack, it looks like loss, but it really is elevation. This is not exactly, this ain't the promise. This is not what it is, and this is not where you're destined to stay. Come on, God, for many of us, sometimes what happens is, because it's what our temporary circumstances look like, we think that this is the end all and be all. Doubt. Come on, Lord. That's the doubt that the enemy's trying to sow, to make you think that this is all you're worth. This is all it's ever going to be. This is all you're ever going to get. And the Lord said, no, I'm stopping you here because I need you to break that chain. I need you to break poverty, a poverty mindset, a scarcity mindset off of yourself. Because if you think that this is all that the Lord wants for you, then this is all he can give you, because you're not trusting him for more. Okay. So for some of you, this is affirmations. Thank you, Lord. This is like affirmations as well. And child, you got to start speaking life into your finances, into your bank accounts. Like, this is the lowest my bank account ever gonna be. This is the least I'm ever gonna have. Come on, Lord. SOS. Somebody finna get some emergency help. Come on, God. But whenever they were in trouble and turned to the Lord, the God of Israel, and sought him out, they found him. 2 Chronicles 15 and 4. Somebody finna get some emergency assistance. It's almost like the Lord, is getting ready to come in. Drop some SOS, is it a life raft in the emoji? Somebody finna get some emergency help. And I don't know exactly where this is going to come from for you, but the Lord is getting ready to bring in, like, it's that 11th hour blessing, right? It's that help, like, Lord, I need it right now today. Okay. Like right now today. And for many of you, you're getting ready to receive that help message. You're getting ready to receive something that you need. It's emergent, and the Lord knows that. But this is the importance of your prayer, because understand, y'all, my God, understand that you pray the best and the most earnestly and the most zealously when you need the most help. I'm guilty of this. When you need the Lord to show up, you pray like you ain't never prayed before. You done prayed in the spirit 50 times. But when you're not in the same need, you don't pray the same. And this is something the Lord is trying to break us out of, y'all. We should be praying like that all the time. The Lord doesn't want us to just come to him in prayer begging, basically, because that's what we're doing, right? He wants us to pray like that, praying earnest all the time. Pray like you need him all the time. Pray like you want him to show up for you all the time. True story, y'all. I feel like that's what had kind of started to activate some of the blessings for me, because I wasn't just praying like, Lord, I was like, please, 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 but I wasn't necessarily in need. Even though there were things that I wanted, I had everything that I needed, but I found myself praying like with fervor, like, no, Lord, just like bless me, like all the time. And I was praying, and I was for real about the prayer. So whoever this is for, this is me as well, conviction, right? Pray like you need God all the time. Pray like you want him to show up for you all the time. And I feel like, and this is a truestory.com, when I slipped from the last couple of weeks, like the last week or so, when all I was doing was traveling and wasn't it, I don't feel like I was praying that same way. But before them 3 weeks up to that, like my prayers was like boom, 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 right? And then I started seeing things like showing up. So this is that encouragement for all of us, not just you, but me as well. Like, no, get back to praying like you want God to show up every single day in your life. And so that way, I feel like this is one of the things that makes us not receive just the 11th hour blessings, if that makes sense. But somebody got some assistance that's coming in, right? Hey, Brenda, if I didn't speak. Hey, AC, how you doing? There's one. What else, Lord? Child, I'm glad I did a whole nother message. All I do it. Be the positivity you need today. Positive vibes. Okay. Positive vibes is the next thing to come in. The beach is significant. I don't know. We got another beach card that's coming out here. Again, mindset, right? This is about mindset and maintaining that positive mindset. Go into the week expecting God to do great and amazing things for you. We talked about the beach yesterday, so I won't spend a lot of time there, but expect the Lord to do great and amazing things for you. And then watch, the more positive you can stay, y'all, it really does work. Like creating a positive mindset. If you focus on the lack, the what you good or bad, you are what you think. So make sure that you're trying to stay focused on the positive things in your life today. Keep your energy up and don't let nobody change that. Looking for me. We had a magnet that came up the other day. This is 2 Chronicles 15:15. They earnestly sought. I'm finna be done. I'm done. They earnestly sought after God, and they found him. And the Lord gave them rest from their enemies on every side. 2 Chronicles 15:15. When you earnestly seek him, you will find him. When you really look for God, he's not hard to find. And that's a conversation I have with the Lord all the time. Like, even, reading the Bible, you read different stuff, be like, wait a minute, but he's not hard to find. You really just have to go looking for him. And so for many of us, we're in the stage of doing this where when you look for him, you're going to find him. But if you ain't looking, he's not going to be found. So it's up to you how much you want to know God, how much you want to see him show up in your life. And he really get the balls in our court, y'all. The more you want from him, the more you ask of him, the more you spend time with him, the more you talk to him, the more you pray, the more you receive of him. So in a multitude of ways. And so we want to make sure that we are we're looking for him. In my spirituals, okay, in my spirituals, that's it. That's all I got. Intuition, gut feelings, inner knowing, trust yourself, and psychic insights, because I feel like we're finna start repeating stuff. Trust yourself, okay? Trust yourself this week. If you feel like something is coming, it is. Drop it in the chat. It is. Like there's something that's coming. There's something that the Lord is bringing. Some of you can feel this transition. I said I wasn't going to pull no more, but I feel like this, for some of you can feel that something has shifted. There's a shift that has happened and you're not crazy about it. It is. If you feel like something is coming, if you feel like something is happening, if you feel like the help is on the way, if you feel like God is getting ready to show up, if you feel like you're going to be moving, it is, okay? You're literally moving into this new season, but it's about you trusting and believing that you're moving into this new season. We ain't praying for nothing. We're not asking God for stuff that we don't truly want, okay? We're not doing that. Absolutely. It definitely is happening, y'all. For some of you as well, crazy thing, crazy. This card has ambition on it, the Chariot. And remember, we started off talking about, in this message, we started off talking about prideful ambition and humble ambition. Telling you, for some of you gonna have to go after it. I don't know who needs to change their mindset on this, but there's a part of why you hadn't gotten further than you have. It's because there's something that the enemy's trying to, again, that seed of doubt that the enemy's trying to sow to make you think that you're not supposed to be great, and you're supposed to be great in this season. So this is about being determined to be the best you that you can be in the lane that you are in. Okay, in your lane. We all have a lane, y'all. And this is the other thing. Let God create your lane. What does Angel say? Let God create your lane. Don't let no, for some of you, I know I'm tracking with that. I went through that. For some of you, you're getting ready to have an experience where somebody is going to try to tell you what your lane is. Your lane is what God says it is. Okay. Don't let anybody try to tell you what lane you are supposed to be driving in. Because you're getting ready to experience this. Someone going to try to tell you, don't do this or don't do that, or you're not qualified for that. God calls he qualifies the called. So whoever, just know, whoever this is for, in my spirituals down here, don't let nobody tell you what your lane is. Let God give you your lane, and then you drive in it. And if he give you a 4-lane, I was finna cuss. Well, you heard it, didn't it? My spirituals, you heard it. If he gives you a 4-lane highway, then I'm gonna need you to switch lanes. What? Switch lanes. Whatever lanes he gives you to drive in them. And don't let nobody try to run you off the road. Okay, run you off the road. Nah, we're not doing that. You drive in the lanes that the Lord puts you in. Because somebody's going to try to deter you and say that you should, baby, because who finna do that? Don't let nobody try to tell you what you should and should not do. God is giving you your instructions. Follow God's instructions, please, and thank you. Okay? Because somebody finna experience that, or I don't know, maybe they going to try to like tell you, I don't know, child, because I don't know. You stay in the lanes that God has given you. That's all I can say about that. You stay in the lanes God has given you, because he's giving them to you. Okay. That's it. That's all I got. Lord, I hope this helps somebody. Lord, I hope this helps somebody. That's it. Yeah, child. That's it. That's all I got. Y'all, hydrate your soul and things. Drink your water. Say your gratitude. Have a fantastic and an amazing day in purpose on purpose. I got to go try to get some stuff done, y'all, because I got an appointment today. Again, y'all, my schedule finna be a little cray-crayness. Okay, so y'all make sure you turn your notifications on. I know I was early today because I got to start moving around. But look, and I want y'all to see. Y'all thought it was a game. I'm literally just putting these cards in here somewhere. I cannot believe that we ended up, I be tripping, y'all. The Lord be blowing my mind. He be blowing my mind when we just end up getting the same cards. It's just like, okay, the Lord said what he said. Okay, he said what he said. If you hadn't watched yesterday's message, please go watch that on my YouTube channel. I'm going to try to put this one up on YouTube. I'm going to have to download it and all that kind of stuff first. So it's going to take a minute because it's got a process and all of that. But that's it. Thank y'all so much for the likes, the shares, the comments, the subscribes, the love, the energy. Lord, I feel it. Something's coming, y'all. Something's coming. I don't know what's coming yet, but I can feel it. Look, success. There go my mama. Girl, you had said it too. Some of y'all just understand this. The Lord ain't finna, he ain't gonna show, because he wants you to be surprised. Well, I still be wanting to know. Why y'all couldn't just told us? We be wanting to know, because he wants you to be surprised. I told y'all, he gave me the message this morning. What God is about to do in your life is going to seem unreal. It's some folks that's going to be like, I don't know, child, maybe they're going to feel like you did something cray-cray to get it or what, but this was crazy. You know you ain't do nothing. Like, and is nosy. You know you ain't do nothing but what the Lord told you to do. And so it's going to be some folks trying to figure out what you did, how you did it. And what's crazy is you done told the people them. All you had to do was listen to God. It ain't no other answer. What you do? Listen to God. I read my Bible. I tried to be obedient. A lot of times I got it wrong. What you did, that's it. I was praying and I was talking to the Lord. I was praying and reading the Bible. And that's it. I was trying to fast sometimes. I threw a fast in there every now and again. Like, people be thinking, nah, this ain't rocket science. I just did what God told me to do. And that's what you literally are going to say. Like, I didn't do nothing. God did. First of all, God did. For many of you, come on, God, he told me this yesterday. So I'll go ahead and share this with some of you. The reason that your elevation is coming is because God knows that you know that you didn't do anything. You know that you're only doing, come on, elevation, the good news. You know that you didn't do anything. You know that you just did the best you could with what God gave you to work with. And many of you don't realize that because you did the very best that you could with what you had, that was enough for God. I was talking to the Lord about this morning because, y'all, true story. Y'all know I'm a fan of the Bible. I read it with y'all 6 days a week. But I told the Lord, I said, Daddy, you know, sometimes I said, it's some people, I can understand both sides of the situation. It's some people who will think that they'll never be good enough for you. This is why you got to know Jesus for yourself. You have got to know him for yourself, because I don't care what Bible you read. I don't care what commentary, what notes, y'all. I compare everything to, but what would Jesus, like, for real? And I've been saying it, like, what would Jesus do? Like, y'all, you can read certain things, and one thing for certain, two things for sure. These are still written by man. This is why you have to be in dialogue with the Lord. So these are still written by man. This is why you have to be in dialogue with the Lord. You got to be in conversation with him, like, because he will clarify for you, y'all. He will clarify. All we do is follow instructions. Okay. Anyway, that's all I got, y'all. Y'all go be great, amazing, do great, amazing things. Let me get ready to move around. I will see y'all on tomorrow, hopefully 10 a.m. Central Standard Time. Thank y'all so much for the likes, the shares, the comments, the subscribes, the love, the energy. I'll see y'all in the morning. Oh, let me take this call. Oh, wait a minute, y'all. Daddy be showing up. Stay tuned. Just stay tuned. That's all I can tell you. Just stay tuned. Love y'all. Bye, y'all.